So yes, when I first left Jehovah's Witnesses in my early 30s, and my mother had gone into it when I was only 3 or 4 years old, um, I clearly remember the time that I realized I had no idea who I was. It was like a woman's magazine I'd been reading and was asking things like you to note down what's your favorite color and things like that. And I couldn't even do that. I had no idea. I think leaving the religion I'd been in since a young child and questioning and no longer believing some of the doctrines, I then questioned all the doctrines. If these ones weren't true, then what about all these? So I was in this state of flux and unsurety, and I had no idea anymore what my life, the whole skeleton structure of belief my life had been on for decades was gone, was just falling down. And I just was so empty. In survival mode, studying to be able to get a job, and bringing up the children. It was all about survival and go, 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 and limited money. And yeah, I think for the next sort of 20 years after I left, from my early 30s into my early 50s, I read books that really resonated at times. I had some amazing experiences of synchronicity and different beautiful humans that were like angels that came into my life at different times. I started to build a structure of things that I knew to be true or not true that resonated for me, but I still had a really like I do courses and read things, but in my day-to-day life, I often fell into that emptiness, that feeling of what is it all about? Who am I? Not really knowing. Would rely on emotional eating still at times and really struggled with a sense of identity, I think. Even though I had rebuilt to a certain extent some self-awareness and understanding, I didn't feel a solidity or a grounding and a real surety in any of that. And I suppose that's been my journey, and it's probably only been in the last 10 years, especially the last 5 years, that it's all come together, and I've found that deep connection and deep sense of surety and belonging to myself. And that's why I'm wanting to do what I'm doing, to share now with people, because the journey into understanding emotional regulation and energetics and connection with others and nature and how my mind works and how to change my thoughts and the power of that, and doing a lot of spiritual retreats and breath work and reading a lot of books. But ultimately the thing that tied it all together was the shortest journey of all, but it took me a long while to get there, was the journey back to my own heart, connecting with my own heart, which then connects me in with everyone and everything else. And how I did that and how it all tied together, that body, mind and spirit, that soul, all through the heart center. That's what I want to share with people.